So a little bit about myself. I'm Melody Shuck, the VP of Communications for CPO. For the last 6 years, I've been the communications director for the city of Branson. So I was doing the commute and working in local government and very familiar with that space. And the one thing that I noticed was we could only do so much in local government. And before I started seeing all the things we couldn't do. And so moving to a local nonprofit, moving to CPO was a natural fit for me because of all the things that we can do. We fill the gaps and we collaborate with community partners such as Greene County to come together to fix community problems and to address them head on. So CPO does just that. There's 4 divisions, and everywhere I go, I should start with saying this is only my 3rd month at CPO, so I'm still learning. And I didn't know how much CPO did for our communities until I got into CPO. And everywhere I go, they're like, oh, well, you guys do this. Well, yeah, but we also do this. And we also do this. And so that's what I'm here for today, is to let you know all of what we do in the community. And there's a lot. And there may or may not be 70 some slides here. And I know death by PowerPoint is awful, right? But I really think this is important to get a grasp of what CPO is, who we are, and what we do in our community. So I'll go through them fast. I'm not going to insult your intelligence, so you can read through them. So this is going to be kind of a speed game. To start, CPO has 4 divisions: the Affordable Housing and Homeless Prevention, Community and Neighborhood Development, Early Childhood and Family Development, and Prevention and Youth Support. So the 4 main pillars, we'll start with that and then start our slideshow. Our mission is to facilitate and promote the building of resilient children, healthy families, and strong neighborhoods and communities. That is what we do at our core. Everything we do is to do those things right there. A little bit of history. Our roots date back to the Ozarks fighting back that started in 1991. In 1998, OFB merged with the Community Task Force and created the Community Partnership with the Ozarks. We have a long-standing history here and working with United Way. We were first under their umbrella before branching out on our own. We still are affiliated with United Way. Here's something else a lot of people don't know: how far of reach we have. 29 counties in Missouri. Last year alone, take a look at these numbers. These are incredible. For one local nonprofit, these numbers are incredible. We recruited 6,000 some volunteers, received 30,000 volunteer hours, served or impacted more than 55,000 people, and leveraged $12 million. So one of our first divisions, Community and Neighborhood Development. Here are some things that they do. Caring communities. They facilitate strategies that effectively support families and children and build safe, strong neighborhoods through all of these different programs right here: Mentor SGF, neighborhood-based initiatives, community-based social work, and the Springfield Tool Library. So as we get into some of these, the after-school clubs. So a lot of teachers want to give back to their students and do after-school clubs, but a lot of the schools cannot afford to do it. So that's where we step in and fill the gap. We help support these teachers. We help get supplies, piano teachers, the time it takes. So we help supplement some of that. Mentor SGF. Bulldog Basketball Academy. If you haven't heard of this one's really fun. This was, as a former collegiate athlete, basketball, shocking, I know, right? A lot of these kids don't have the best backgrounds. And so if they go to something like this, they have that mentorship and you can see the change happening right away. Also, brother to brother and sisters to sisters. Small group and one-on-one mentoring in schools. We partnership with Springfield Public Schools. And all of these different neighborhood-based initiatives. The tool library is something really cool that we started. You go to the library and you can rent out all sorts of different tools for your house. Neighborhood cleanups, I'm sure you've seen around. We partner with the city, neighborhood events and NOVAs, and help develop new neighborhood associations. Neighborhood Organization Volunteer Awards. This is NOVA. That's what that is. I know I'm going fast, but trust me, there's a lot of them. National Night Out, that's coming up soon. We help partner with the city with that. Neighborhood cleanups, so we help provide the big tubs and help man support with all of that. 222 tons of trash collected last year. That is a lot. Here's the Springfield Tool Library. It's the only program in its kind in the state that lends out home repair and gardening tools to Springfield residents and community groups. And we also help develop neighborhood associations. And that's, again, creating stronger neighborhoods. Community-based social work. This program is in collaboration with our school-based social work program. It provides support to students, families, school staff, and the community. Last year, we served 284 individuals and 156 families. Community youth mentoring. And here's a broad look at our school-based social work that we do. I'll let you take a look at that for a second. Over 15,000 contacts made with students and families last year. That's a significant impact in our community. And Nourish the Ozarks. Can't leave food deserts out of it. Nourish the Ozarks empowers farmers and enriches communities by providing local food to the community. This program distributes free locally grown food to communities in need. That one is serving 17 counties in southern Missouri, and that is a great program. Can't leave out money, financial literacy, but the MSOM and the VITA program, that includes Taxapalooza. So anybody that needs help on their taxes can get free help. We had 50 volunteers that completed 134 returns, bringing in over $91,000 in federal refunds and $35,000 in state refunds. Community collaboratives. These community collaboratives engage with stakeholders in our community around key focus areas with the goal of identifying gaps. Like I mentioned before, that's part of our goal. We identify a problem, we figure out what the gap is, and we try to step in to create something to address the problem. And it addresses all of these up there, including Crime Stoppers. And now we're finally on to our second division, the Early Childhood and Family Development. This includes home visiting. It's a prevention strategy that connects trained health, social services, and child development professionals with new expecting caregivers to provide education and parenting and child development, build support, and facilitate connections to community services. Family Focus Network, the Safe Sleep First Birthday. We serve 223 families, providing safe places to sleep for kids in their home. And part of this program, we give families actually the free sleeping setup for the kids, for the babies. Safe and Sleeps. Healthy Families programs. 98% of families we worked with maintain custody of their kids. Healthy Families is an evidence-based home visiting program that focuses on relationship-based, culturally respectful, and family-centered practices. This serves families in these listed counties right here. Child Care Collaborative Network, statewide quality initiative that provides free on-site consultation and training for child care providers to increase knowledge and skills of the child care workforce when working with infants, toddlers, preschool-aged children. Child Care Connect, another program. Parent Advisory Council. This aims to create a platform for parents to have their voices heard while connecting with other parents in Southwest Missouri. We actually have on Thursday a parent cafe coming up. You just show up, it's free, there's child care included, and it just gives parents a really great idea of how to parent to the best of their abilities. Car seat safety check. Community outreach. You may have heard of the community-wide play day. That's a really popular one, a really fun one for the kids. Partnered with 40 agencies with that one. And every child leaves with a free book. Community outreach, Big Rig Night, which is when? Anybody? It's tonight. Come on out to the Battlefield Mall. This one is tonight. We partnership with the mall and parents as teachers. This one's just to give back to the community. And it's a really popular one. You get the kiddos in all those big rigs and they just light up. Great photo opportunities as well. Class preschool certification training. It's an observation tool that examines teacher-child interactions in the classroom. A trained observer watches the classroom activities and scores the effectiveness of teacher-child interactions. Social emotional learning training. And here I mentioned the parent cafe training. This one's one of my favorites. It's a great program. Parenting can be hard, right? Mandated reporter training, we do that. Flip It training. If you've never heard of Flip It, it's feelings, limits, inquiries, and prompts. And on to our third division here. This is prevention and youth support. Anybody else shocked at how much we do? Right? You didn't know this is all CPO, right? There's a method to the madness of all the slides. Prevention Resource Center, one of 11 regional support centers, 20 years as regional support center here. Ozarks Fighting Back Advisory Board. The Spirit Program. The Greene County Partnerships for Success Project. I'm sure you guys are very familiar with some of these and some of the people in them. The Regional Partnerships for Success Project. Mental Health Awareness Training Project. That focuses on suicide prevention. Mental health first aid trainings. You may have heard a lot about this. The Springfield Police Department picked this up. SBS has this. They train all of their people on this mental health first aid. Signs of suicide training. Developmental assets. This is really big. Last year we provided developmental assets workshops and training to over 500 people. And here's all the different trainings we offer. The QPR, Questions, Persuade, Refer, Conversations for Suicide Safer Homes, and Talk Saves Lives. The Suicide Prevention Network. These networks work in Christian, Greene, Howell, and Taney counties, work to prevent suicide through the Firearm Suicide Prevention Project. We actually give out these kits that have the firearm locks in them, and then we created a video teaching people how to effectively and safely use the locks. Borrow My Angel. This partners with CPO to promote mental wellness in the community. We provide fiscal administration and staff support to Borrow My Angel, which if you've never heard Borrow My Angel, the guy in charge of that, he has just a very touching personal story and is amazing to work with. So we've worked with him and helping to prevent suicide. Medication take-back events, of course. Tobacco merchant education. Center tobacco compliance checks. And now we're on to affordable housing and homeless prevention. Of course, I hope everybody here has heard of the O'Reilly Center for Hope, the OCH, for those who are in the know. In 2023, we served 9,301 different guests and made 33,017 referrals. One of my favorite things about the O'Reilly Center for Hope is I showed up one Friday and there were just all these pets and dogs and cats around. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? One Friday a month, we get volunteers from the local pet community, veterinarians who come in, and the people who are experiencing homelessness have pets, and so they bring their pets in and they can get care and education at the same time. One Door provides a central point of entry for coordinated intake, assessment, and referrals for housing and shelter services. This is a great program. The crisis cold weather shelters, we're already starting to prepare and plan for the cold weather shelters, even though it is insanely hot right now. The Shelter Diversion and Eviction Diversion Program. Days of Hope, we've got one coming up. So this is within the O'Reilly Center for Hope. Each one day a month, we focus on specific things, and we call it Days of Hope. So you can see up there the different things that we focus on, like identification, nutrition, they're up there. And also the Springfield Community Land Trust, which is a program that allows qualified buyers to purchase homes while the land beneath the home belongs to the Springfield Community Land Trust. And it's kind of like a leasehold agreement. Affordable housing supportive services. Ozark Alliance to End Homelessness. And those were all of our divisions. And here are some other CPO programs and initiatives that we do. Prosper Springfield, if you've heard of that. It was created in 2017. Work with 300 plus entities in the community working to make Springfield community more prosperous. The Equity and Prosperity Commission. Gun Safety Violence Collaborative. the community diversity, equity, and inclusion work. Juneteenth, that was ours. We celebrated that this year. It was a big celebration. Multicultural Business Association. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So the reason why I went through all of that so fast was to give you an idea. They were like, why don't you just pare it down, take out some of this? But it's really important for our community to understand what all CPO does. That is a lot. That is a lot of slides. That is a lot of programs, but that's also a lot of impact to Greene County and the 28 other counties that we serve. So a couple questions. Who is our president and the CEO? Maybe cheating for some people in here, but who is it? CEO. Anybody know the name?
Janet Dankert.
Janet Dankert. Very good. Who can tell me one of the four main divisions of CPO?
Oh,
Early childhood education. Absolutely. You're close to the draw. Can you name another one?
affordable housing. Yeah, she got it. She got it.
There's two left. Anybody? Jump in.
What do we have? Early childhood?
I'm talking this morning.
Yeah.
No, that's let's see, what haven't we said? One more. Community and neighborhood development. That was the one we were missing. Any questions, comments, threats?
How many staff does CPO actually manage?
About 80. And these are 80 of the most compassionate and positive people you will ever see. Coming from local government, municipality, it's not always the most positive place. People are always complaining about things. And when I started at CPO, it was culture shock. People were happy and genuinely positive, not this, oh, I'm just here to be happy and then I'm going to complain to everybody. It was super positive. And you have to have that kind of heart, I think, to work in a nonprofit. And so these people care about our community and they love what they do. And that was one thing that really stood out to me. And I'm so appreciative that I get to be a part of this amazing program. Anybody else?
How do you get the word out about these programs? Like, I haven't heard about most of these, and so I was curious.
Well, you hire a communications professional like to do exactly this. So that's part of the reason why I was hired, is to do this, to amplify our message that we want to create resilient children, healthy families, strong neighborhoods, because a lot of people don't know about all of these programs. And so that's one of our goals this year, is to really let the community know about all that we do. Great question. Anybody else? Yes.
Where does the majority of your funding come from?
Great question. So we are a United Way umbrella, but also a lot of grants and state and federal grants.
How do you avoid program overload? A lot of those programs that you whiz through there had very similar themes, like they probably overlap. Like if you have those circles, there's some overlap, some of the gun prevention, some of the homelessness, some of the childhood development. How do you not dilute the message by having too many programs and keep your core drive?
Yeah, so we have a board made up of 30 to 40. Greene County is a part of that board. A lot of the police chiefs are part of that board. The SPS is a part of that board. And they are the boat that drives CPO. And so the board meets every month and they strategize and really take a look at our vision and what we're doing and all the programs and help us to make sure that that doesn't happen. Okay. Flyers, no, but I can do you one better. If we pull up the internet, if we go to cpozarks.org. cpozarks.org. That's our website, and it has all the information, including all of our board members, all of our programs that we offer, all of our upcoming events. And then if you wouldn't mind also following us on Facebook, we share a lot on Facebook and Instagram. Here's our website right now. That brings me to a wonderful point of how you can help. So we have two major fundraisers a year that we raise money for CPO. It's the summer soiree that we just had last month, and it's a wonderful night. If you haven't seen clips of those, that's where our community leaders do a lip sync contest, and the winner gets bragging rights for the rest of the year. So all those events, plus you can donate from there. We want you to be a part of CPO, and we have all these great events. You can volunteer, you can take a
Do you guys have dollars that are for property and real estate assistance? You have tax assistance.
Yes, yep. So one of the slides was the tax assistance program, VITA. So if you go to cpozarks.org and you go to programs, you can bring up that tax assistance program and you can read all about it and get more information. If you want, you can email the person, their email's on that page as well. Yes.
Is that O'Reilly?
Question. It's an old elementary school, North Springfield, on Dale Street. It's a really cool building. The way they have all of our partners together in that one building, so it's a one-stop shop that people can go to if they're experiencing homeless. We have a lot of veterans show up, or families that don't know where to go, so we right there in that one building. Several resources, so you don't have to go place to place. Well, thank you guys so much. You've been wonderful. And just because my ego, I would love to take me out, back row. Ladies and gentlemen.